Hi folks, welcome to week 3 in the course. This week we'll be considering reflection essays. Reflective writing is an important part of success in college. So here's a picture I took in winter 2015. It's a self-portrait. I used a tripod, and that's the Choptank River. Here's without me, and you can see the depth that reflection adds to this photograph, which is really cool. If you were to turn the camera around, that's the other view, pretty far out there on the Choptank, but happened to be over what I knew to be a sandbar, so if I had busted through, it would have been maybe knee-deep or waist-deep. The point is that reflective writing adds a significant dimension, and it's supposed to be thoughtful and thought-provoking. As part of this process, this 2-week pattern that we're in, week 1, where you write your draft, week 2, where we improve that draft. That's a reflective process, and it's supposed to deepen and improve the writing. So something along those lines, consider planning ahead for all of your LRC tutor appointments. That's one for each of the remaining 3 drafts. Those drafts will be due on February 9th, 23rd, and March 9th. Those are all Thursdays. And the finals for those papers, for the 9th, the final will be due on the 16th, for the 23rd on March 2nd, and then the paper that's due on the 9th in draft form is your final research paper. A little extra time in spring break, that'll be due on the 20th. Okay, the characteristic image from the beginning of this week is Old Bay. Says Bay Rub, Old Bay. I think the point is that nobody really wants a steamed crab without a little seasoning, maybe J.O., some Old Bay. But in the same way, nobody wants to read an essay that doesn't benefit from some significant reflection, reflective writing. And in some cases, from bringing in other people's ideas to kind of improve and sharpen and deepen your own. This is why you can't really phone it in with an essay, just kind of get it done and press submit. You can, but the results won't be as good as if you put a little blood, a little thought on the page. We're going to keep this format in view, this 5-paragraph essay format, though you can have any number of paragraphs. The point being, this week's emphasis, use clear topic sentences to introduce distinctive points in each new paragraph. I mean, that's why in this graphic the paragraphs are different colors, because they're supposed to be advancing different viewpoints, different perspectives, each one in support of the thesis. That's why these colors match. You have subpoints in support of this thesis echoed by each of your paragraphs in the paper. Okay. Also, the paragraphs shouldn't be disjointed, but rather connected. So you want to make sure that your last sentence of a paragraph or the first sentence of the next makes a connection, an idea that spans the 2 paragraphs or looks forward or looks backward in some way, so that there's a thread that runs through that your reader can follow. Also, even though the paragraphs have different points, they should always be supporting your main point, so that in some way your thesis makes an appearance in every paragraph of your essay. Also, these revision points of the Good Writing Rubric, this is at the end of your syllabus. You can see it's the last page. And I'm just going to emphasize today voice, number 5, unique with emotion and personality. Okay, that was the purpose of your narrative, to emphasize that. And I think this one really, the second essay emphasizes all of these. But thesis, making sure you have an organizing idea as you respond to either Gilbert Byron or Frederick Douglass this week. And also APA formatting. Make sure as you cite or quote from those authors, you're using the right formatting. Okay, I just mentioned these people. Gilbert Byron lived in the 20th century on San Domingo Creek outside of St. Michael's in a cabin that for 5 or 6 years didn't have running water or electricity. He was a thinker, he was a writer, and he made it his mission to catalog and characterize the Chesapeake Bay and its people and its region. Frederick Douglass, I think we know, as a powerful orator, abolitionist, a former slave, also a Talbot County resident. Both of these men, Talbot County residents, These are our neighbors from different time periods. We'll have a chance this week to read some of their writing, and your challenge is to incorporate some of their thinking and writing into your own. So if the first week was all about your voice, this next week will be an incorporation of the voices of others. Okay? So just like last time, we'll start with a 1.5 to 2 page draft due Thursday. You should post that as a Word document with a few of your own thoughts, reflections on the writing process and the challenges you faced. And notice that I've provided this template right here, okay? You can go ahead and open it up, and it will make sure you've got the right format for your references page at the end and for your headers, etc. Okay. As you read through this assignment, I've got a couple short introductory videos so you know a little bit about Gilbert Byron, who he was, and I have questions for you to respond to as you reflect on what you write, what you read. Then a little bit about Frederick Douglass and who he was, and then questions for you to respond to as you reflect, okay? You only have to pick one, so pick Douglass or Byron. You don't have to pick both, all right? If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to contact me. It's my job. I enjoy it very much. And just remember that significant depth of thought is what we're after this week, and interaction with sources.